affirmation of the fact that we do not have a comparative advantage. No, it's not true. Just because there are not enough doctors and there are not enough facilities does not mean that providing paramedics will not get you more doctors and save you more lives. Pull through the fact that Kevin tells you that it is a comparative advantage nonetheless if you go with the affirmative. In terms of the malpractice, he says that we are wrong, but he provides you no evidence to that, and I would argue that refusing to help oneself is the ultimate wrong. On his first disadvantage of the satellites, we tell you that there are peace treaties now. He says that the military does not apply, but he doesn't tell you how, and he doesn't read any evidence to tell you if that is true. Thirdly, Kevin tells you that they must prove that SSPs will be there. No, that is not true, and he admits that he cannot do that. What he says, though, is we should not base our energy policy on SSPs. We do not. We don't mandate going to SSPs, hence this disadvantage does not apply to us. If private industry wants to go out and do it on their own, then they will be allowed to by our plan. But it is not something that we mandate, hence we don't force the United States to become dependent upon it. So that this disadvantage does not apply. The superior argumentation that Kevin gives in first affirmative rebuttal beats the second disadvantage, so that is out of this round. You have no disadvantage to weigh against the lives that we save you. I would quickly like to mention the fact that the 1,000 lives I gave you on the insulin has not been denied anywhere through rebuttals. That alone is enough to mandate the affirmative ballot for it that you would be giving us in this round. In terms of the first observation that Mr. Kirkham gives you, that you do not know what will be being done, and in terms of the many industries, I would argue that Rockwell tells you that our plan is different than the space colonization. Secondly, everything that I told you in second affirmative constructive before was not ever mentioned by the negative team. On his second observation, that is also dropped by Mr. Rolino. Kevin's responses in 1AR seem to overwhelm there. On the third observation, they argue risk of not knowing. That simply does not apply. The risk makes no difference in terms of the aliens being able to attack. The aliens will not attack us because they never proved that the aliens did exist. On our first contention, the inherency, that likewise was not mentioned by the negative speakers. It seems to be the affirmative does show you that the status quo will not adopt anything near what the affirmative would give you. On the employment advantage, the only thing that they talk about in rebuttals is that these people will not be telling the truth. Well, I documented the fact that the truth would be actually a 1% higher unemployment rate. The people simply will not, or the people will not tell the truth because they don't know that they're looking for a job, hence they aren't counted in the 5.9%, and there's actually 6.9 million people who are looking for a job but cannot get it under the status quo. For that reason alone, you should adopt the affirmative. In terms of the second advantage we give you on weather, the 35,000 people being driven from their home is likewise not denied by the negative team. Also on the medical care, the thousands of lives that can be saved through the adoption of space industrialization is not denied, and there's no disadvantage for us to have this full-scale space industrialization that we would give you.
Hi, I'm Greg Shireman.